can you make the hardest choice? Harder than choosing between my mum or dad's life? All right, let's see. Would you rather save your mother or daughter? No more, it's Joinen, and we're back with the riddles. Last time we checked out 7-second riddles, we were faced with a bunch of sexism in the form of spot the man in the crowd of women. Hint, it's the woman with armpit hair, which isn't so much a riddle as much as a spot the difference. I do get the picture they're fairly loose with the term riddle. While we're on that topic, what about these riddles are 7 seconds? Honestly, most of the time they're either not riddles or much longer than 7 seconds. But anyway, I'm here wondering if it was all that bad or just a one-off. And get this, if you check out their most popular uploads, you get this. Would you rather? 13 hardest choices to test your brain. And the thumbnail has the question, would you rather drop a phone or drop a kitten? Is that a riddle? Or is that just more of a, are you a terrible person quiz? I'm actually kind of down with it if it is. Let's see if 7-minute crafts, riddles, can pull the morality card on us. What a jammer. Oh, dang. Who would you save first? Your dog, someone's kid, or $5,000? Is this a riddle or am I just being personally questioned? I actually know that for some reason this would be a controversial decision, but I'm going for someone's kid. Dogs can swim. Wait, was that an answer? Was that like a, you're wrong if you chose your dog because dogs can swim? I think there's also more than that one problem if you do decide to save your dog. I'm not saying you shouldn't value your dog's life. I'm just saying there's an actual human child that's drowning and I don't know. It's a tough moral decision, but I do think there's kind of a correct answer there, even just morally speaking. But if you're gonna give us the answer, the dog can swim, what about the $5,000? The $5,000 can't swim. I wonder how many people watched this video and they were like, oh, that's easy. I'd pick the $5,000. And then the video's like, save the child because the dog can swim. What about my $5,000? In the animation, the dog swam over and grabbed the money. And look, in an ideal world, maybe that would be possible, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Who would you save first? Mother, father, or $1 million? Are you actually gonna tell me the correct answer again? Like, oh, you've gotta save your father because your mother's an Olympic gymnast and she's gonna be okay. Like, what? And again, what if I do want the $1 million? I don't, I wouldn't, but there's gonna be more than one person out there who's like, my parents were terrible. I'm going for the $1 million. I don't understand how they're gonna explain this one. Who would you save first? I don't know. We're 47 seconds in and you're making me choose between my two parents. And $1 million, mind you. Comments. What? That was the answer. Tell me in the comments. That is messed up. 7-second riddles. That's not a riddle. That's not even a spot the difference. That is, choose between your mum or your dad. The other one's gonna die. Or also, there's $1 million if you're really a bad person. Did anyone actually choose one? I'm using my two hands. I will save my mum and dad. No, that was not an option. I will catch my mum's and dad's hand. Nope, not an option. I just want one kid to be like, I'm choosing dad. The $1 million will be there after you save your parents. That's a good point. Harmon's using his brain. First, father, because father can pull mother easily. Many ellipses. Smiley face, angel, angel. If correct, just like. Or, if I am strong, I will catch my mum's and dad's hand. Because who cares about money when the most expensive thing of our life is in danger? There is so much wrong with this comment. Just setting aside the fact that this person says their parents are the most expensive thing in their life, save your father first because your father can pull your mother easily. You were strong enough to save your father in the first place. I think you're gonna be all right. If anything, that's just the reason to do the opposite. Save your mother because she's easier to pick up. You know, statistically speaking, I suppose women would be lighter than men. And she can help you pull your father up because he probably weighs more. First father, because father can pull mother easily. It is really true. Lol, I was about to comment the same thing. Lol, exactly. No one sees the problem in this logic. I would save them both, but my dad already died, so I would save my mum. All right, we're getting back to the video. Who is the kidnapper? A, B, C. Oh, this is good. Spot the kidnapper. Is it the one with the creepy hood? No, because the kid's in snow gear. Am I supposed to go with C because A and B are dressed the same, so it's likely just a dad? Is that honestly what it comes down to? Is it because he's not holding the girl's hand properly? See that thumb? He doesn't really care about her. Answer is A. Dang it, I'll let him get away. Why is he a kidnapper? Or is that just it? I wouldn't put it past them. Who's the kidnapper? Ah, it was A. What, you want a reason? He kidnaps kids. The man is grabbing the boy's hand in B and C. The kids hold the adult's hand. What? The man is grabbing the boy's hand in B and C. The kids hold the adult's hand. How can you possibly tell? Honestly, they should have just left it with answer A. That would have been more respectable. Just no explanation. It's just A was the kidnapper. None of this grabbing hand business. How can you possibly tell? They look no different. Who is the kidnapper? A, B, C. All right, here we go again. Spot the little minute difference that you can't even see. This guy's peeing. No, wait, they're both peeing? Both of them are peeing, so that's fine. Is she holding his hand or is he holding her hand? I can't really tell. Is that a cigarette? Kidnappers definitely smoke. Is it A because the kid's leaning away from the guy who's peeing? He's in shorts when the kid is in a jacket. So they have different sensibilities when it comes to how they dress for the weather. So they mustn't be related. That's my guess. The answer is C. Let him get away again. You don't need to hold your kid's hand in the elevator. You wouldn't need to if you're a kidnapper either. Where are they gonna go? And why is he peeing in the elevator? It's also not even obvious that they're in an elevator. I didn't even know. I thought this was a calendar. All right, Shirley, third time lucky. We can get the kidnapper this time. A, B, or C. A, the kid sitting in the front. B, the kid sitting in the back. C, the kid sitting in the back and they had their head out the window. I think this is a police car. So it's not gonna be the kid in the front. That looks like a kid in the back. If that's not a kid, then it's definitely B. I'm going with C just because that looks like the only adult, and that's my reasoning here. It's a police car, and so the kidnapper is in the police car, and that's the only adult. Yeah, kids can't be kidnappers. What? I understand this channel less and less. You tell me you present me with a riddle. I'm sitting here racking my brain about it. What could the answer possibly be? I'm trying to get in the mind of the person who makes these 7-second riddles, trying to understand what makes them tick. What would make one of these people the kidnapper? I finally come to my conclusion, and 7-second riddles is like, yeah, I don't know, beats us. Really wish we knew. This honestly just seems like a parody at this point, and this is their most popular video. It clearly doesn't come down to quality, that's for sure, because we've only had like one would you rather, and it was literally save your mum or save your dad from certain death. Okay, which door will you choose? You're locked in a room. Finally, a riddle. The salvation lies behind 3 closed doors. A serial killer who killed 300 people in 1890. 1,830 degree Fahrenheit flame. Now, I don't know freedom units, but I suspect that's pretty hot. Liquid nitrogen that'll freeze you. Which will I choose? Wait, do I have to go through it? Or do I just have to open it? If I just have to open it, I'm choosing the cold one because it's not gonna hurt me. If I have to actually go through it, I'm choosing the door with the murderer behind it because that gives me a chance. The other two are literally certain death. Dang it! My computer just crashed again. That's 2 videos in a row. Okay, and we're back. I really hope that doesn't become a regular thing. Surely they're gonna pull something like the murderer from the 1800s is long dead, so go through that door. But realistically, we were all going through that door anyway. Whether he's alive or not, it's the only door that you even have a chance to survive it. So I'm going through that one. If the killer killed people in 1890, he died a long time ago. Yeah, exactly. But you didn't give us really an option anyway. Who would you help first? 1, 2, 3, 4. The baby's fine. They're all fine. It's number 3, right? He's falling. You gotta catch him. Everyone else is just like mildly inconvenienced. So I'm going number 3. I don't even need to think about it. I got there in less than 7 seconds. Oh, do you think that's why? Am I an actual idiot? Is that why they call it 7 seconds? Do they give you 7 seconds to decide? They do! It's a 7-second counter. I owe you an apology. Honestly, it's not very clear what you mean by 7 seconds, and usually you give us a little timer and you can't really tell how long that is anyway, but 7-second riddles, I apologize. A lot of these may still not really be riddles, but I do understand where the 7 seconds comes from now. If only we could say the same for 5-minute crafts. You approach problems rationally, never acting without having thought about it. You find it hard to accept the injustice. Oh my, what is happening? Is this like the 7-minute crafts equivalent of reading my horoscope? It's gonna tell me what kind of person I am based on who I chose to help first. You find it hard to accept the injustices of this world. You're often given boring work that others try to avoid. That was super deep, man. You're really gonna pull that from choosing number 1? I didn't choose number 1 anyway. I chose number 3 because number 3 was realistically the one you should help first because he's about to fall and he has a broken leg. You need to catch him. There's an actual right answer for this, and what this says about me better be, you're not an idiot. You help the person who was most in need of helping. You're the life and soul of the party and a lover of good times. Hell yeah, I am! Hey! You don't like fuss, and you never do more than people ask of you. You're a natural leader and attract equally strong people. Is this an actual joke? I can't believe that in this Would You Rather 7-second riddles video, they present you with what you imagine is a riddle. You're sitting there trying to choose this one. That's the person you help, right? You're expecting them to tell you that is the right answer, and instead it gets super deep with you and just starts telling you what kind of person you are and whether you like to party. An old king had no children, but had to choose an heir. He gave a seed to each child in the kingdom. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. The child who would grow the largest plant would earn the throne. 3 months later, all of the children came to the palace with their plants. After he looked at all the plants, he chose one girl with an empty pot to be the next queen. Why did he choose her? Because the plant was too big for the pot. The king gave them fake seeds. What? The little girl was the only honest child who didn't switch seeds. The answer was fake seeds. That's not a riddle. No one's gonna guess fake seeds. Honestly, while easy, it was a pretty good riddle because the obvious answer is that her plant outgrew the pot. It just makes sense. It's an okay riddle. They say fake seeds and you're like, yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. But no one's ever gonna think of that. They had a perfectly good riddle and they just made it dumb. Can you make the hardest choice? Harder than choosing between my mum or dad's life? All right, let's see. Would you rather save your mother or daughter? I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what kind of trick you're gonna pull on me. Is this a riddle? Is there a correct answer? Or are you gonna do the most twisted thing possible? Make 20 million people sit there and choose. Decide mother or daughter. And then the timer runs out and they're like, that's pretty messed up, man. What, you chose your daughter? Wouldn't want to be your mum. I don't even want to answer, but I suppose most people would choose their daughter. If we're talking years of life saved, your daughter's probably got a few more on the clock. That's not an emotional answer. I don't have a daughter. I'm not actually choosing. It's telling us about who we are. If you chose your mother, the most important thing for you is giving back. Daughter, you put other people's feelings ahead of your own. What does that even mean? I'm choosing literally between life and death of my daughter or my mother. I go, I'm sorry, mum. I love you so much. I'm sorry, but you understand. I need to save my daughter. And then 7-second riddles comes in with this soft acoustic tune. Look at you. You put other people's feelings ahead of your own. I didn't put my mum's feelings ahead of anyone's. She's dead now. This is so messed up. Like, is this supposed to be cute? They're like, aw, you choose your daughter. You really value other people's feelings, don't you? Meanwhile, I just chose to kill my own mother. Would you rather be deaf or dumb? I don't care at this point because you're just gonna make some dumb sweeping judgment about me as a person that makes no sense. So, I'm just gonna end the video here. If you want some sweet lemon carton merch, you can get it in the description below. It's got that little lemon carton on it. You can get that pillow. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.